writer.
Okay.
For those who
what we do here is go back.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. It's Mecha Army tonight, folks. Mecha Army. What's good? So hi. So, it's Thursday, right? Weird night. So, last night, I figured... I looked at the drive from my house to Richmond, and noticed it was 3.5 hours. So I have to be up super early on Saturday morning. So I figured I'm not going to do a show on Friday night. That's out of the question. I got to be up bright and early. I got to leave at like 6 in the morning to get it down there in enough time to set up and all that. So figured, why not just push Wednesday's stream back to here and be good? So, here we are. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. So, Chartwin says, streaming issues, anyone? Maybe you? I don't know. Anybody else? It's green on the good old YouTubes. So, yeah. Ricky Paul Carson says, was gonna say sweaty armpit t-shirt because it's so fracking hot. I mean, it might be where you are, dude, but not here in the good old MD. Man, we're like in the low to mid 80s. It's nice. It's warm, but it's nice. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, we're good. So Sorvan over on Twitch. What's going on, Sorvan? No issues on Twitch. Awesome. Zach Bleich from the Amazing Galactic Toys. He's with us over on YouTube. He says seems fine. What's going on, Zach? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Charge Wins. Just on your end, man. Sorry. Ricky Paul Carlson, he's down in Texas. It's 100 degrees. It's never good to see triple digits. That's a damn fact right there, ladies and gents. Don't get me wrong. We see them. We see those days in Maryland too, but not as often. Not as often. Oh man, Donnie Baxter's over there on Facebook. He says, "Streaming like a mofo. We streaming harder than ever. Streaming like country creeks." I mean, there you go. How can you not agree with that? Just saying. What's up, Donnie? So guys, if you want one of these cool-ass Mecha Army shirts, I know Chaos wins over there, Travis on Instagram. He just got his today, so shout out to him. I just saw that right before I came on. And if y'all want one of these shirts, hit up www.shotofmecha.com. Hit the store button up at the top. You'll find shirts, hats, bags, all sorts of other cool stuff on there. Go get you some. And then, obviously, if you want any of the tools and materials that we're going to be working with here tonight, there's a little Amazon link just below here on YouTube and Twitch. That side, if you're watching on Facebook, curated with tools, materials, books for inspiration, camera gear for streaming if you're into that, and some other cool stuff in there as well, resin casting and other accoutrements. But as always, I do get a bit of a small commission based off of the stuff that you buy, but that goes to help out the stream. Got some ideas churning for this thing, so if you want to help out, that's an easy way to do it. You can get you some cool stuff in return too. So there you go. It's just a good idea. Anyway, if you are in need of kits or accessories or tools or anything like that, or Mecha Decals, they're the best. Things are working on behind the scenes on Mecha Decals, though. Should be very, very interesting here coming soon. I'm not going to say anything more. But you can always hit up our good friends right down here in the corner. Adam and the crew down there at USA Gundam Store will definitely be able to hook you up. So go get you some of the... Not that. Go get you some of these. These are the good things, right? These are the good ones. These are the ones that you want. The clear as crystal 144s. Like, fully legible. If y'all haven't seen them, you got to check them out. So anyway, let's see. We are 2 days away. Two days away from Richmond Hobby Town, and we are going to be down there, me and Justin, to do a couple classes during their GBWC event. They're going to be having a speed build contest and some other cool things down there. So definitely hit up the hobby town in Richmond if you have the ability to get there. The store opens up, I believe, at 11. It's like 10 or 11. And basically the thing is all day. We're going to be all there all day. We're going to be going on, I think, at like, I want to say 11:30. 11:30 to 1, I think, is the time. And then that's for simple details. And then we're going to be doing photography after that a little bit later in the day. I think starting at 1:30 and we go to 3. I think that's and then after the class is the GBWC announcements and everything like that, and then we're going to still have our stuff set up, and if anybody wants to take some cool pictures with the backdrops and all that, bring your models. Even if you're not competing, bring your models to show them off. Come and get some good pictures taken. So that'll be available to everybody coming out. So Franco358's over there on YouTube. He says, "Hey Tim, are you guys going to shoot video in Richmond?" We are going to try. Shooting on location is always iffy based off of the Wi-Fi that they have in the store. I did ask the folks down there at the Richmond location. They said we can absolutely tap into their Wi-Fi. They said it's a little weak back in the room where back in the part where we're gonna be at though. So yeah, we will try. We will try. We will try to live stream the whole thing and get all that good stuff for you guys. So, let's see. Michael Ortiz is over there on Facebook. What's up, Michael? Thank you for watching. Currently working on a really cool project, master grade Goof motorized Gatling gun shield. What? That does sound pretty cool. That does sound pretty cool. Joe Belding's over there as well on Facebook. He says, "Hey, dude, any in the know info on the 1100 Zaku FZ release?" I don't, man. Honestly, it's just that I'm not too keen on that particular design, so I haven't really been watching it. Sorry. But definitely check out like USA Gundam Store. Adam is going to have probably the most up-to-date information. So, yeah. Superset5's over there on Twitch. He says, "I'm late." Only a few minutes. You didn't miss much, man. Don't worry about it. Chargewinds, is it Richmond, Missouri? No, Richmond, Virginia. No, Richmond, VA. Yeah, Zach Bleich. There you go. Virginia, I think. Yeah, it's about 3 hours. Yeah, it is. It's about 3.5 hours from me. So that's gonna be a little bit of a drive. Yeah, a little bit of a drive. Joe Budding over there on Facebook also asks, also any plan to do Xeon Fetty logos of various sizes with some Principality of Xeon United Earth Space Forces block lettering? Not in the decals. Simply because we can't. Copyright. Yeah, Donnie. Yeah, copyright issues. So, ours are generalized and homegrown designs, 100% original. Now, mind you, the aesthetic is similar to Haikyuu's, and that's on purpose so that you can mix and match and, kind of use a little bit of theirs, use a little bit of ours. It helps to open the resource of decals that you have at your disposal, to make your particular model stand out and look different. So, but no, all of ours are original, but yeah, we can't do like legit, designs like from, that are Bandai's. Just not, yeah, that's not a good idea. But yeah, so there we go. What else? So, yeah, make it to Virginia if you guys can. It'll be a good day. It'll be lots of fun. Everybody's going to be there. Yeah. Sabaton is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, you guys. So if you don't know, Phoenix, Arizona, Sabaton Con is going to be, it's an anime convention, but they're going to have a modeling portion of it. There's going to be a decal, or listen to me, decals. There's going to be a mecha contest competition on Saturday. That Saturday there. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Me and a bunch of those Gundam guys are going to be there. The guys from Arizona, Chris R., who we're all familiar with, is going to be there. So, yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We've got a bunch of panels, bunch of demos. It's going to be a workshop for kids that we're going to put on that is brought to you by USA Gundam Store. And, man, it's just going to be a good time. That's going to be a great 4 days of just kind of hanging out and talking to people, meeting people, you know, conversing and just being geeks. It's going to be fun. Yeah. Joe Budding says, your decals are great. I own a few. Awesome. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Brandon5269 is over there on YouTube. He says, where's the best place to find conversion kits? Man, there's a lot of places. Obviously, Adam has, you know, some of the Simp Pro ones. You know, you have to be careful of recasters and stuff like that, but you know, there's a bunch of sites out there that you can go. But I would recommend, if you can get original. So, let's see, Zach Fleisch, any thoughts of you on if you will attend NYCC, Tim? No, I have zero plans of going to NYCC at this point. Mainly because I don't have passes. And I don't have a real good reason to go there, because going to New York is like mad expensive, you guys. You're talking about $500 a night hotel room, and that's like kind of not. It's an okay hotel room, right? Like, if you guys have stayed at hotels in other cities, you kind of get the size of that. Hotel rooms in New York City are about maybe half that size, and it's just very, very tight. And yeah, it's just I don't really. There's nothing really there for me to. There's no reason to go. Let's just put it that way. GizmoCon Gunpla, Jonathan's over there. He says, Brandon, what resin are you looking for? And Brandon says, nothing in particular, just planning for future builds. Nice. Hey, speaking of Adam, he's over there on Facebook. He says, what's up? What's going on, buddy? Zach Bleich says, I could help you with passes if you wanted to go for fun. You know, it would be fun, but man, it's a lot of money. And I'm spending so much money, you know, going places, doing other things. Now I know, Zach, you're gonna be. I think you guys are gonna be at Baltimore Comic-Con, right? That might be a possibility, because I mean, shit, I'm just, you know, like 30-40 minutes away from Baltimore. So, yeah, that could be doable. That could be completely doable. So, yeah, and that might be fun too, you know, because I mean, you're in my backyard at that point, so that would be kind of cool. Yeah, Zach, when is Baltimore Comic-Con? Because I don't even know. I haven't even kept up with it. So when is that? Because that is the great determiner of things, isn't it? He says October 18th to 20th. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, October is completely clear at this point for me. So yeah, dude, yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah, I'll come down. That'd be awesome. Yeah, that would be great. Hell, I could bring some models down if you wanted me to display them or whatever, but it's up to you. I think that would be great. Yeah. So, yeah, let me know. Hit me up. I'm down for that. Baltimore Comic-Con. Yeah. Good, kind of mid-tier convention. Backyard. Can't beat that, right? And it's in October, too. So it's nice. It's not hot. It's not cool. It's just nice. I like that. I like nice. Jonathan says, also, isn't GBWC the same day as BuildCon? Yes, it is, Jonathan. Yeah. I mean, that I don't really care about either, to be honest with you. I've already entered online, so it's a moot point at this juncture. So I'm good. I'm good either way. So anyway, Charchwin says, "Yay, finally. God, dry brushing down. Good job, man. Excellent. All right. So, you guys, let me show you kind of what I've been working on here the past day or two, because I want to show you this monstrosity of a jig that I've worked up, because and I'll explain it to you when I show it to you, because you're gonna need some exposition on it. Okay, so let's go to camera 2. Boop. All right, so this is the jig that I've concocted at this point. Yes, I know there's a lot of magnets and I know there's a lot of plastic going on here, but what this is this is basically a glue up jig. It's similar to, the scribing jigs that we use and things like that, but this is specifically made to glue up pieces properly, right? And what I'm doing here is gluing up, and let's see if I can tilt this up so you guys can see. I'm gluing up basically exhaust fins, right? And they are slanted, they're slanted this way. They're basically, it's just compound angles all over the place. These are all at a 75-degree angle. Oh, our Philly trip's in October. When is our Philly trip, Len? Hope it's not the 18th and 19th. That would be bad. I forgot about the Philly trip. Anyway, I'll wait for wifey to reply. So this thing is it's at a 75-degree angle, and I just lost a shim. 2 shims actually. Great. So it's at a 75-degree angle. So these things are tilted this way. Tilt this way, right? And then 1 millimeter spacing, and these are 0.5 millimeter fins, and I'm using little shims here in between the fins to keep the spacing appropriate while I am gluing. And then obviously everything is held in place square and nice with the 1, 2, 3 blocks and magnets and everything like that. So yeah, man, this is quite the undertaking here. Now, for those of you wondering, why are we doing this? Well, because of this guy right here. Oh, cool. Philly trip is 11th to the 13th, so it's the weekend before. So awesome. Zach, if you're still watching, we're still wide open on the Baltimore Comic-Con thing. So, sweet. Thank you, babe. Cool. So, what we're doing here is we are replacing this bit, this fin assembly here. This is what it looked like before, right? Boring. And there's nothing in there, right? There's nothing behind it, and it's just, that's boring looking. So I figure I'm going to scrap that and replace it with those fins coming down, and I think that's going to be look a lot more badass. But yeah, it's taking some planning and some work and all that, but hey, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. So there we go. All right, so we're going to put that off to the side. We're going to continue on with these guys right here. What is this? Access denied. I guess our access is denied, you guys. What's up with that? Yeah, what's up with that? That's weird. You guys see this, right? Let me see if it's on. Yeah. Our access is denied, guys. Shit. I knew I should have paid the bill. Alright, well, let me see if I can get rid of that. And there it goes. Alright. So, yeah, really weird. That was the alert box. So I guess our alerts aren't working. Oh well. C'est la vie. I'm not going to worry about it, but we're going to continue on these guys. We've got just a little bit more to do. We've got some plastic pieces to glue here, one here, and then these two little guys right up at the top. So that's what we're going to be working on tonight, right? Colin Barr says Bluefin is on to you, Tim. Yeah, right? I ain't got nothing on me. Because I bypassed the Bluefin thing this year, guys. Sent it straight to Japan. Gonna be judged by Kawaguchi and the team. So cheers to cheers to the Gooch. This one's for you, Gooch. If you guys didn't know it, the Gooch is a party animal. He really is. I've heard stories. Bad stories. Oh my god. Anyway. Get Gooch. Text. Nice. Alright, so we've got to adhere some plastic. So, with that being said, eyes on. Let's gear up for this. Okay, so we need to do some measurements because I don't know what I've got here. This guy right here is... That's a 2mm strip, and I believe that's 0.5 millimeter. That's not 0.5 millimeter though. I think that's the one. That's the one. Okay, so there's our 2 by excuse me, our 2 by 0.5 millimeter, and then we need 4 by 0.5 millimeter as well to go on top of this. So let's see. I don't think this is 4 millimeters. Nope, that's 3.2. This might be 4. 3.9. What? No, it's not even. Nope. Where's our 4 millimeter, you guys? Where is it? Ah, is this it? This might be it. I think this is it. Boom, 4 millimeter by 0.5 millimeter. That's what we want. So those are the 2 that we need, right? Nash Hannah's over there on good old YouTubes. They say cheers. How are you? All right, scrape off this schmutz here. And yes, that is a technical term. Schmutz. It's good enough for my grandmother. It's good enough for you guys. Schmutz. The schmutz. Alright. So, let's do this. Let's take this backing off here. Just to make it easier for us. Just like that. Alright, let's do some measuring, shall we? That is 8.5 millimeters. So we need the chopper. I'm gonna grab that bad boy over here. And let's get zoomed out so you can see the setup here of this. Okay. So 8.5 millimeter is what we need here at this point. So about there. Alright, pop the stop block in. And let's get a couple lengths of this 2mm. We need two, one for each side. We're going to set those off to the side here. And then what we need some 4mm here to back this up, to basically overlay this, right? And what we're going to do, is that 4x4? 4 by a little bit more than 4. So we'll use that as a block there. And let's check to see how that looks. That should be, yep, perfect. All right, so we're gonna need two of these, just like that. And then as a backing strip, we're gonna need two more of this particular length, but in 2mm. This is going to go on the underside of the 4mm. Done and done. Alright, so now we've got all of our pieces for these side units. We're going to put the chopper out of the way. Manaquil Ron is over there on Facebook. He says, what are we building today? Well, we're working on these side skirts here. We're duplicating details and things. So that's what we're working on. Yeah. Thank you for watching, though. Hey. Let's see. Colin Barr says, I feel that most Japanese higher-ups, it's the only way they blow off stress. Oh! for the gooch partying and being a party animal. Yeah. Yeah. I understand that. I definitely understand that. Spider2K2, James 2.0, he says, hey all, still in Virginia, decided to stay one more day, heading home tomorrow morning. Nice. Well, travel safe, buddy. Superset 5's over there on Twitch. He says, for my Zeta Era Alex Custom, say that 3 times fast, I found a P Bandai RE100 base jabber on Amazon to use as a base for a much smaller version of the Dendrobium. Also got an HUC Briarlant to kit bash with the Alex. Can't go wrong there, right? Rika Paul Carlson says, anyone know if Citadel dry brush brushes are very good? No, I don't know that. I've never bought anything from Citadel before, so I'm sure someone else out there has, and I'm sure there's someone who can answer that question for you. Gamerbud Psy found another missed measurement on my second Exia shoulder, so I'm literally ripping it apart and remeasuring / trimming it up so it's even. Damn me wanting perfection. It was bothering me too much. Oh, dude, you know, you gotta, the old adage is measure twice, cut once. That's definitely the way to go. Alright, so what we need to do next, and let's get zoomed in so you guys can see the details and stuff like this. So on the side here, these two little, this kind of underneath detail, this kind of strap underneath, has some bevels cut into that. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to just hand bevel those. We're going to just hand cut these just real quick. We're not even going to get the chopper out and try to mess around with that, because these are so small and everything. It's so totally not worth it, and you can get pretty dead on with just chopping the bevels in there all by your lonesome. So that's what we're gonna do here, just like that. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. We're gonna do the same thing to the other one. Boom and boom. And let's see if we did a good job. Let's see if they measure up. Yeah. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. We'll keep it. Okay, so that's good. Alright, so now what we've got to do, we need to pick these things up just like that. We need to get our good old BSI, Bob Smith Industries, my favorite currently, cyanoacrylate glue or super glue. We're just going to dab a little bit of that on the back side of the strap here. We're going to pop that on move on. Just a little bit. You don't want a ton on this thing. Just like that. Now, we're going to keep this backing unit on here just to keep the this nice and straight. We'll pull this off here before it becomes a problem, but we want to make sure that this strap is nice and adhered to. All right, now loosen that up. Okay. Make sure you get any of the glue squeeze out off the top there. But that looks pretty good. Nice and even. I get it. I get it. I get it. Boom. All right, so Brandon's got a question.
We have a question.
He says, have you ever used the handheld plier style choppers for cutting evergreen? I have not. I know people that have used them, and they seem to like them pretty well. I mean, I don't think I'll ever really try them simply because I got the chopper. So, but from what I've heard, people seem to like them a lot. So, give it a shot. Can't hurt, right? Vincent Lewis, Citadel brushes are great. They are just expensive. See, I knew somebody in the chat would know the answers. Gamer Bud says, I measured twice and got it wrong twice. Damn, Bud, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Brandon5269 says, I have heard cheap makeup brushes work great for dry brushing. That's interesting, yeah. Thinking outside the box, definitely. Julius Dembski, excuse me. Julius Dembski, Sarge is over there on YouTube. He says, unless you are me, then it's measure 3 or 4 times and cut 3 or 4 times. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Brandon continues, local hobby store has one in clearance section, thinking of picking it up. Think it's like $12. Whew, for a brush. Ha. I don't know, guys. I barely do any dry brushing or hand brushing of any type. You know, I'm a mask it, paint it type of guy. And I'll be honest with you, I just use the real super cheapo, generic, like these giant cheap packs of brushes from the local craft store. Like, they're so terrible, but they're great for, like, you know, simple stuff, you know? So, I mean, you can't go wrong with these, I guess, right? I don't know, like, I don't hand brush anything. Anyway. Alright, let's get this other strap on the side here, shall we? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put a curve on this guy here. Just wrap it around the, see how we put a little curve in that guy? So, that's what we're going to do. Chris Pabs is over there on Facebook. What's going on, Chris? Chris, are you coming out on Saturday? I mean, I know the Sazabi's going to be there, but are you coming out on Saturday? I think you should, Chris. I personally think you should. That's just me. Alright. Well, we're not even on camera here. Jesus. There we are. Now we're on camera. Alright, good deal. Alright, so that looks lined up rather nice. Chris says, unfortunately not. Gotta drive south for a family thing. Senior urgent. Oh, okay, okay. Well, that's fair enough. I totally get it. Totally get it, totally understand. Excuse me. Oh, Brandon, flight to Baltimore for Saturday the 19th for the con is, well, for the 19th. For October 19th? You mean Baltimore Comic Con? I'm guessing. I don't know. Huh. Anywho, yeah. Anyway, Chris Pav says, yes, Saz will be there. It should already be there. He says, some damage during transit, please ignore. Oh, man. Oh, for Baltimore Comic Con, yeah. Damn, coming out and then going the same day. Whew. So you land at 9:45. So you land at 9:45. Takes about a half hour to. Well, if you're leaving the same day, you're not gonna have any luggage, probably, right? So you don't have to pick up any luggage. So that'll take you probably at least a half hour to get off the plane and over to car rental or, taxi lane, Uber, wherever. And then what? So another 15, 20 minutes to the convention center from the airport, maybe more. So that's going to put you at about 10:30. And then to be on the safe side, you want to be back at the airport probably by 3, right? On a Saturday, BWI is not terrible, especially in the mid-afternoon like that. So you're gonna want to be out of there you're gonna want to be there by 3. You might be able to, if you don't have any luggage, you might be able to push it to 3:30, but that would be rock bottom, Brandon. Absolute rock bottom. So that means you would need to leave the con by 2:30 to be on the safe side. So 10:30 to 2:30. It's a decent little day, right? 4:30 is on the safe side. Flight leaves. Oh, at 6:30. Oh, then fair enough then. So that gives you 2 more hours. So shit, yeah. Why not, right? $95 round trip. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah. Now, mind you, it's just Baltimore Comic Con. It's just a very small. Well, I wouldn't say small, but it's a small-ish comic convention. It's not like there's going to be a ton of Gunpla there. Yeah, Zach, Galactic Toys, you're going to be there. Hopefully, I'll be there, right? But know what you're getting into, right? Know what you're getting into. Brandon says, I'm trying to make it out to something cool this year. Yeah. It's not a bad thing, right? Not a bad thing at all. So, Chris Pab says, I'm excited for everyone to see it. I'm excited to see it too, Chris. I want to see this Sazabi in person. So, all right. So we've got these 2 straps on the done up on the side. We're good there. So next we need to assemble these 2 guys. This is the these are the kind of the overhang blocks here on the side, right? So we need to fit these up here real quick. So with that being said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get one of these little guys, and let's see it. Whoop, that'd be bad if I dropped it. That way or that way? Nope, definitely this way. All right. So since this is like 4 and a little bit, we need to make sure that our orientation is correct. So that there. So we make little marks to keep our orientation correct. So that's the top of the plate, right? So that's what we're going to be gluing to. So we got our little backfill strap there, strap, whatever. We're going to a little dot of super glue, nothing crazy, and then we've got to really be careful with this. This lineup is going to be crucial, So, just like that. Okay, so that's not bad. That's not bad. And then that will go right over top of that, and we will be good to go. Let's see. Clear any squeeze out below this strip here, because that is going to be important when it comes to gluing it over top of the existing strap here, right? So essentially, whoops, we're going to put this right over top of this piece. We might have messed that up. Yeah, looks like we messed that one up. It's a little too low. Alright, that one goes in the trash. We're going to cut a couple more pieces. We've got these two. I'll set this off to the side. We've got our chopper. It's still set up, so we just have to cut 2 more pieces. There's the 2. And there's the 4. Just like that. Let's see. Superset 5 says, I have to say the feet on the Master Grade Jagan look very nice on the Alex 2.0, but they are a tad bit too long. Yeah, I could probably understand that. The Jagan's pretty large. The Jagan was, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, the Jagan was the biggest mass-produced GM ever made in the UC timeline, I think. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Because after that, then they started on the miniaturization of the reactors that the mobile suits used. And that's basically what led us into the F-91 era. What Sorvan's over on Twitch. He says, I mean, if you don't count the Gustav Karl, how big was the Karl though? I thought the Karl came before the Jagan, and I thought the Jagan was like a little bit taller. I know the Karl was a big boy, but for some reason I thought the Jagan was maybe bigger. That's a good call though, Sorvan. That is a very good call. I'd be interested to know which is taller. Now I'm second guessing myself. So, thanks, Sorvan. Sorvan says 22 millimeters according to my manual. Would have to look up the Jagan. Yeah. Wikipedia, right? Go for it. Julio Ponte Clippin' Nubs is over there on YouTube. He says, "What up? What up?" Airs 385 is over there as well, late to the party. What is Tim working on now? Well, we are continuing duplicating these deets, these details. That's all we doing. That's all we doing. Oh, you know what? Okay, so that's, now I remember. All right, so this is what we did. All right, where's that 4 millimeter? So I remember what I did was I cut it long and then trimmed it back. There we go. I cut these 2 pieces way long so that they could be trimmed flush with the strap underneath. Damn it. It happens, right? It happens. Wiki says, Sorvan says, Wiki says 19 meters for the Jagan. Wow, okay. Interesting. He says, or wait, 20.4 total with the backpack and antenna. So Carl's about 1.5 millimeters taller, 3 times the weight. Yeah, well, Carl's a big boy, so he's going Jenny Craig, but he's still a looker. So yeah, so I guess, man, I guess the Carl then was probably the tallest mass-produced GM in the UC. Huh. Still, the Jagan was a big boy. I think we can all agree on that. Now we just need a master grade Gustav Karl, right? You're all with me on that? You agree? Let me know if you agree. I would want one. I'm just saying. I think it's awesome. That's just me. Who am I? Right, Bandai? Who am I? Anyway, let's get these done up right here, shall we? All right. So there's that. Let's get this glued up here. Yeah. Much better. Much better. All right, we'll put that one off to the side. Let's grab the second one here. Just like that. Good. All right. So we'll put both of those off to the side to cure. Let's see. Chris Pab says, Tim, you might see one soon. Do you know something I don't, Chris? I usually hear a lot behind the scenes, but I haven't heard anything of a master grade Carl. Oh, but I know Simp is working on something. I saw it on his Instagram page. He's been working on a Carl conversion. I got you. Adrian Hunt says, hell yes. Eris 385 agree and second your idea. Thank you. Hey, Juan's over there. Hey, Mr. Crovero himself. What's going on, dude? Man, long time, Juan. Where have you been, buddy? Hey, Juan, answer me a question. So, James 2.0, Spider 2K2, he was at the Hobbytown in Richmond today. And he took some shots of the display cases and stuff. And there was one model up there that looked suspiciously like something like you do. Was that one of yours? Answer that. It looked seriously like one of yours. If it is, I'm excited to see it. Yeah. Master Grade Barbados. Yeah, we'll see that, right? We'll see that. Superset 5, it will probably be P Bandai, right? Yeah. Donnie Baxter says, Chris Pabs, no way Bandai releases Master Grade Carl. Yeah, probably right. Uh-oh, everybody. What's going on, Matty? Mr. Matt Mrozek himself is over there on Facebook. Dude, what's going on, man? Long time. I saw some pictures of you at what was it? Wonderfest? I think it was Wonderfest. I saw some pics of you floating around and stuff like that. That was cool to see. So, good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. Been a long time. Good to see you. So, Juan, we're still waiting on an answer. Was that yours or not? Killing me. Matt says, painting Hulks and superheroes. Right? Matt is crazy at that. Oh, Wonderfest. Yeah, maybe Wonderfest. Yeah. Yeah, because there was one guy that just friended me on Facebook, and he helped. I guess he helped you with some paint ups and stuff like that. And I think it was on his. I think he posted them. I forget the gentleman's name. What kind of friend am I then, right? But yeah, man. Crazy. Hey, Matt, how deep is your waiting list at this point? I know you're like a celebrity in that superhero painting world now, but yes, Floyd, yes, that's him. That's him. Thank you, Maddie. And Juan says, red and gray, big ass katanas on its backpack and MC Hammer pants. LOL, yeah, that's mine. Sweet. I can't wait to see that. I'll be honest. I saw that and I'm like, ooh. So we'll get some pictures of that. Definitely. Definitely. Oh my god. Your wait list is 2 years, Matt. That's crazy, dude. Now, if you guys don't know Matt Mrozek, he, is an amazing painter. Hands down. And he's created some really badass Gunpla back in the day. But he's kind of moved into the business of painting like superheroes and stuff like that, like figures and stuff. And he's damn good at it, you guys. Damn good at it. Definitely go check him out. Matt, what's your Facebook page, dude? Matt, was it Matt Mrozek Creations or something? I totally forgot. I thought it changed or something. I don't know. Hey, look at this guy. He says you're too kind. Get out of here, Matt. Come on. Just being honest. Matt's Models Customs. There you go. Guys, if you don't follow it, you need to. Go on Facebook right now. Matt's Models Customs. And I think I just glued this to the part. And that's probably not a good thing. Uh-oh. What's up with that? Yep. Got a little super glue squeeze out. Not a problem. Boom. Just like that. Pa-ching! There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Maddie says, there it is. You can see everything I've ever done, including all my Gundam work. Yeah, dude. And go see it because Matt is, especially like Matt's like Sazabis and stuff like that. So good. So good. And then I know Matt did a bunch of G-System work, kind of near the end of his Gundam run, I guess, right? Which were also amazing. So definitely go check out Matt's Models Customs. Really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Eris385, isn't there Japanese Marvel hero model kits? I'm sure there is. 'Cause, I mean, the Japanese always make kind of great looking stuffs, you know. Matt says was checking out your airdrop, just your best piece in my opinion. Oh man, thank you, dude. You know, and I don't know. It's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that. Because you're not the first one to say that to me, right? And it's weird because I don't think that it is. I just don't. Because it started off just as a practice in simple detailing. That's it. It was never supposed to be a GBWC entry. It was never supposed to be like this grand parachuting thing, right? It was just supposed to be simple details, just a quick churn kind of model just to kind of get me out of a rut that I was in working on the GM Spartan over there. And it just evolved into something else. And yeah, man, it's crazy. So I guess I don't see it in that same way, but thank you. I appreciate that. Especially coming from you, buddy. Especially coming from you. I appreciate it. Franco358 over here on YouTube says, Matt did a killer Yak Doga for Wonderfest 2 years ago. Yes, he did. And that's kind of the one I was thinking of. It was the Yak Doga. Juan says on Facebook, he says, yeah, hell yeah, dude. Man, let me know what you think or what I can fix in the future. Feedback is always welcome. Dude, I just want to see it, man. Like, for real. I just want to see it in person. It's all, the models are always better in person, you know? They're always better in person. Julius Dempsey says, where is Matt's page? On Facebook, Julius. Facebook. Matt's Models Customs. Yes, on the good old Facebook. So check him out. But Matt says, LOL, as an artist, we're closest to our work and the hardest critics. Yeah, no, that's a fact. It looks like you had fun doing it, and it shows. Just great overall. Man, thank you. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Gunpla in Miami. Chrissy's here. He says, what up? What's up, y'all? What did I miss? Not much, man. We're just duplicating details on the side skirts. Just kind of trying to finish that up here tonight. So, yeah. Chris Pab says, Matt, you are my goals, my friend. Yeah. The Matt's paint work is just insane, you guys. I'm not going to lie. Just insane. Really, really good stuff. All right. So, now that we've got these two side straps laid down and we've got them all glued up, they're looking nice, adhered to. Now we got to come back to these guys, these over, kind of over the top kind of blocks. And we've just got to clean these up here because we've got some overhang on the sides. We've got some glue squeeze out, things like that, right? So we're just going to trim these up with the hobby knife real quick. Just follow the line of the piece. Just like that. Am I on camera? No. Jeez. There we go. Alright, so there's that. Oh shit, look at this. Matt says, just got asked to judge the GBWC in my area, so we'll see how that goes. Dude, I mean, which, that's at a Hobby Town, right, Matt? Which one? Because I'd be interested to know that. So, Julio Ponte said the Hellboy Matt did is so sweet. Yeah. Matt says, I don't know how you guys do all the tiny scratch building. I don't think I'd have the patience. Man, you just got to get out from under that 2-year waiting list of yours, dude. You got to come back and do a Gundam. Refresh the skill set, man. Come on now. For me, and I think everyone is obviously different, but for me, the construction of it, this work, all this stuff is just, this is the best part to me. This is kind of bringing life to a model, you know? So, this is my favorite part. But I know Matt's favorite part is obviously painting, because he can get stupid good with that. So, we all have our thing, right? We all have our thing. Hobbytown, Plano. Nice. Okay. The Hobbytown is 2 miles from my house. Oh, that's beautiful too, right? So, Hobbytown, Plano. Matt Morozek's going to be a judge, you guys. That's pretty big. That's pretty good too, because Matt knows his shit. Matt knows his shit. Yeah. I like that. I like that. These Hobbytowns have been pretty good with getting, qualified judges and things. So, that's not bad. That's not bad, man. Not bad at all. Julio Ponte, Mecha Ing out. Nice. Matt says, yep, that's why I love the figures, mostly painting. Yeah, dude, I mean, and the thing is with figures, you can paint them so differently from the next person, right? It's just, that's a cool kind of medium to work with. I've always seen figures, but I don't know if I have that kind of, that eye, for natural detail and stuff like that. I don't know if I could do justice to that particular medium, Like the IPMS that we went to in Northern Virginia a couple months ago. You know, Justin and I are walking around. We're looking at the, you know, the planes and the tanks and all the other traditional scale modeling and everything. And, you know, I'm looking at it like, man, I don't know. This is like crazy good. And, of course, you know, Justin's there. He's hyping me up. He's just like, "Oh, dude, you can do it. You could do it." I'm like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know if I could, to be honest with you. I really don't know if I could. Because that stuff is, you got to be so stringent. And, you know, like the rivet counters, as they're infamously known. I don't know if I could do something that, like, strict and stringent to detail. I have to customize things. It has to be mine. You know, it has to be unique. It's just a sickness, I guess, right? Superset5 over there on Twitch, he says, dropped a piece of my Alex 2.0 and it led me to my lost TV remote. Happy accidents, right? Matt says, I don't know anything. At least that's what my wife says. Nice. Chris Pabs over there on Facebook says, I'm all about the paint and detail. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you are. GamerBud says, even though I had to reduce my shoulder into 9 pieces to fix a few measurement errors, I'm still having fun doing it. Love scratch building. See? Bud's got the sickness. He's right there. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. Matt says, actually, superhero clients are very picky. They want everything a very specific way, which has made me a better builder and painter. Wow. That's good to know, right? Superset5, switching over from my phone to my Xbox. Nice. Frank Burge is over there on YouTube. What's going on, Frank? Thank you for tuning in. He says, how big of a difference is the finished result on a paint job using a cheap compressor without a tank compared to using a good compressor with a tank? Honestly, zero. Yeah, zero difference. Because the you know, the finish is going to come in your paint and your actual finish work, you know, your surface finish work. The kind of compressor you have, that just spits the air out. Now, mind you, you know, you could run into issues with a tankless, tankless compressor, but I'll be honest with you, I started out with a tankless compressor and I never had any issues with it. I never had issues with fluctuating air pressure and stuff like that. You know, because I always had, you know, a pressure regulator, moisture trap, all that, you know, all the crucial components for, you know, a compressor. I've always had that, you know, in line with the airbrush. So, honestly, you're not going to see any difference. Now, the one with the tank may last you longer in terms of life of the machine, because the one with the tank, or with the one without the tank, is going to be running more. The motor is going to be running more, because the one with the tank, it's going to fill up that tank to a certain pressurization, and then it's going to turn off the motor for a while. And then when it drops to a certain pressurization, it's going to re-engage the motor, fill it back up to that pressure, and then, you know, so on and so forth. The tankless one is going to run pretty much all the time. So you may see, you know, work life of the compressor minimized, you know, with the one without the tank. So that's kind of food for thought. But in terms of actual finish to the model, you shouldn't really have any difference between the two compressors. So hopefully that helps. Matt says, I stay away from IPMS because of the revitalization counters, and they touch the models. They'll pick them up to look at the underside of your piece. What? Dude, maybe you're going to the wrong IPMS shows, brother. Because they didn't do, I know they didn't do any of that at the one in Northern VA. You know, of course they had the, you know, the flashlights and all that stuff out and everything, but I never saw anybody picking them up and being handsy with the models. Jeez, man. Crazy. But Matt says, be careful with tankless. I've burnt 2 out because they run all the time and they get extremely hot. Yeah. Pretty much. So, you know, pros and cons, things to weigh. So, Frank, hopefully that helps, man. Gunpla in Miami, Chris, he says, I love custom builds. I gotta improve on some skills, but I want to try scratch building one day. Dude, I think you already did with that summer, the summer of 91 or whatever, the summer of 0079 build off that you did. I think there was some scratch building in there. Come on now. Fiery is over there on YouTube. He says, hey guys, happy to catch you live again, even if I'm a little late. Anyone in Massachusetts heading to the Gundam Pros build day on Saturday? If I'm not mistaken, I think George might be going to that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But, could be. Matt over there on Facebook, he says, I've seen them pick up at the 2 shows I've gone to. Damn. See, I'd be like, nah, you don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. Like, just put it down. Don't get all handsy. It's like a strip club. Don't touch the strippers. You can tip them $1, but don't touch my shit. Oh, man. Let's see. Chris Pab says, Matt, I don't know if you've done that double Zeta resin conversion, but it is a pain. Yeah. Looked to be. All right, let's get these things trimmed up. Let's get these things on this freaking model because we've been dicking around here for the past hour, and we should be done by now, honestly. We should have these damn things on the model already, but that's cool. All right. You know what? Let's try something here. Let's try. Yeah, it's not going to work. Try to take the quick way out, but it ain't going to work. Okay. Good there. Okay, like I said, we're just trimming and cleaning off these edges of this piece here. All right, so now that we've got that trimmed up, let's give these a nice little sanding here, just to make sure everything is nice and flush. That's the important part. That's the really important part. Right there, like that, and then the top gets a little love. Perfect. All right, so that one's good to go. Let's make sure this one is we're good here. Trying to get this glue squeeze out from the back here, because that is rather important. Gotta make sure this is nice and clean back here. This one's ready for sanding as well. Come on, if I could hold it. Okay. Good there. And all right, we are good there. All right, so we're good on all 3 top sides here. So now what we can do is take a look for placements. This one has some underside squeeze out that we need to get. Yep. Because I saw a gap. We need to eliminate that. That is going to really be a problem if we don't clear that out. Just like that. Okay, there we go. Now we can place this right here. And now we don't have as much of a gap between those 2 pieces. So that looks good. Just like that. Cool. All right. Let's see. Let's catch up here. Gunpla Miami Chris says not really more customizing, no scratch building. Oh, on his summer of 0079, yeah. Chris Pab says Studio Maniac dress up. Matt says I think I have that in the stash. Nice. Fiery says, anyways, I'd love to say hi to anyone that pops by. Talking about Gundam Pros up there in Massachusetts. Yeah. Like I said, I think George might be there, but I'm not 100% sure. Charge Winds, I use a hospital vacuum pump that was converted to an air pump. A part of my brother I will always have with me. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. Matt says, Tim, do you get your nails done? Mine always look like hell. Dude, mine aren't the greatest. You know? I just cut them short is all. So. But no, I don't get them, like, done. I just clip them. That's all. I just like them short. Anyway, Chris Fab says, saw your video on it. Converts into a statue, essentially. Fiery says, not affiliated, just hyped to go to an actual Gunpla thing near me. Nice. Matt says, I did a video on it. I don't remember. LOL. Yeah, but any resin will do that. It's just too heavy. Yeah, that's true. Very, very true. Max de Guzman's over there on Facebook. He says, what's up, boys? What's going on, Max? Good to see you, buddy. Frank Bursch over there on Facebook says, yes, I just burnt my compressor as well after a long run. Running hot. I blow out the moisture in the trap and hose kaput, but always had a problem with thin layers of gloss paint. That's, I'll be honest with you, that's probably not the compressor. It could be your mixing ratio. It's hard to say. Brandon5269, George hooked me up with my birth year kit, so I'm trying to get that done and wrapped up for that birthday build-off going on Insta, and then finish my Justa for the other local Michigan comp. Nice. Frank Burge says, I think the compressor was giving me wet air no matter what, but not sure. Okay. Hopefully the new compressor will fix it, or I could have used money on new kits instead of an expensive compressor. Well, you know, you can buy kits down the line. Invest in tools. That's what I always say. Invest in tools. Bill Rushlam's over there. He's over on YouTube. What's going on, Bill? Nice to see you, man. Thank you for hanging out. Gamerbud, longer nails are natural part separators. Wow, ooh, no, no, new. Airs 385, the vacuum pump. Char Twins has some mileage on it and is still going. Nice. Well, there you go. That's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's get back to it. What time is it? 11:25. Cool. So we still got plenty of time. Still got plenty of time here. All right. So, now one of the natural advantages of cutting these pieces a little bit longer is you've got this kind of natural handle right here that you can place this. You can handle it with the tweezers and place that right there where you want, and you're pretty much good to go. So it's kind of what I do. That's what we do. Get some glue on this guy. All right. Right there. That looks good. Good placement, good overhang. Let's get as much of the squeeze out as possible off of there. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so there we've got the I guess an over block or whatever. Lineup looks good. Yeah, nice, nice. Let's see. Brandon says make sure to add a water trap on the compressor, even add 2. I mean, it depends on your humidity level, I guess, right? Fiery. Ah ha ha ha. I love the idea of a birthday Gunpla. I need to look up mine. There you go. Donnie Baxter. Tools! I agree, Donnie. I agree, buddy. Let's see. Julio says, I got an old ass gun cannon too from 84. I'm sorry. Frank Burge. Oh! He says, I thinned with all kinds of ratios, pressures, and paints, even have a notebook with all the research written down. Damn, all the formulas and everything. That gets respect. Not a lot of people do that, but very good. Very good. Yeah, so I mean, Frank, it's hard, it's hard to say what it might have been. But yeah, as far as the compressor goes, it just blows air. That's really all its job is. Now, if there's water getting in the mix, or your ratios are weird, or something like that, or who knows what else, at that point, it's still not the compressor, but hopefully with a newer one, hopefully it will clear out any of the problems that you had with the old one, right? So start fresh. There you go. Brandon5269 over there on YouTube, he says, if you live in a very humid area, Frank, run double water traps. Even might want to run a dehumidifier in the area you're spraying in as well, if it's very humid. Yeah, water can be a bad thing. Very bad thing. Especially in paint. Very bad. Ruslan says yes, and yes, a water trap is a necessity. Yeah, I totally agree. I would also recommend an inline pressure regulator. These will save you or setup. Yes, I agree. Chartwin says, I drive my wife crazy at night watching you. Sorry, Mrs. Chartwins. My fault. Brandon5269, where can I find a Wave T-Square stateside? It's a very good question. Wave, let's see. So Wave has their 2, right? This is the little one. They have the big one. Which Mr. Hobby also has one now. Same everything, basically, just different names stamped on it. So, Matt over there on Facebook. Talk to you later, guys. Matt, brother, thank you for hanging out, buddy. Good seeing you. Good talking to you. Been a while, man. Take care, buddy. Big Beant. Just found one on Amazon. Brandon, Yeah, and Ruslam's, that's a very good call, too. Ask Thurno, as I think he can get them, but comes from Japan. Yeah, exactly. Amazon has the large ones. Yeah, I like the smaller one. This is kind of like my go-to, right? Excuse me. Brandon says, using a cheap plastic T-square, and it sucks. Need a metal one. You know, if you can't find one of these little guys, and these are ideal, right? These are ideal. There's always the Zona L square. These are nice. You know, it's not a T square. I'm not gonna make any bones about that. But if you can't find the little T squares, these little Zona L squares are actually pretty nice because they come in both metric and imperial, right? Which is what we use here stateside. Very, very nice. Very high quality. I love Zona. They're the company that make these awesome pin vices. So if worst comes to worst, you know, if worst comes to worst. Now another thing to also think about is getting maybe one of these general, that's actually the name, general, one of these metal compasses. These are great. These are almost like a T-square. You can set this guy right at 90, and then you've pretty much got your T-square right there. But then at the same point, you know, you can set this at any angle, and you can cut any angle with it at that point too. So, yeah. Options. That's all I'm saying. Options. There you go. So, let's see. Max de Guzman says, I need one of those. I agree. Everybody needs one of those, man. Madworks, Big Bean says, Madworks makes a photo etch one. They do. It's flat though. I like the overlap of these little T-squares because you can actually fit, you know, plastic underneath of here, and it'll just kind of ride along the edge. I like that a little bit better. Donnie Baxter says Zona has a triangular ruler in the same size. It's great as well. Yeah, I have that around here somewhere. I don't know where it is though. So, but I've got that too. Zona's a good company, man. Matt Mrozek. There you go, buddy. Brandon says, think I'll go check out drafting supply store, see what I can find there. Yeah, probably. I mean, good luck. If it's a drafting supply store, they're probably going to have bigger ones, simply because, you know, it's for drafting and stuff like that. And whew, good luck finding an old school drafting store, man. Everything's made on AutoCAD and stuff like that nowadays. Nobody does traditional drafting anymore. Whew, man. Big Bean says, are you familiar with the Pro Zet chisel? It's like a samurai sword. LOL. Best chisel ever. No, I'm not familiar with that. Where are they made, Big Bean? Are they a Japanese company or something like that? It's interesting. Franco358 says HobbyLink Japan has Mr. Hobby T squares. Had to order from Japan. I could never find one here in the States. Yeah, and that's kind of the big problem. Nobody carries them over here. I would also check what is it? Hobby Search. Yeah, Hobby Search. Check that out because they're usually a lot better stocked on tools than most places. So yeah. Let's see. GamerBud says, neat, looked up my birthday Gunpla and it's a 144 Zissa. I don't even know how to say that. And 144 Double Zeta Gundam. I'd build those for sure. Nice. Gunpla Miami says, Tim, I have a question.
We have a question.
How would you go by cutting an angle on opposite sides of one piece using the chopper? Flip the piece over. Yeah. Just flip it over. Bada boom, bada bing. Done. Easy peasy. Big Bean. Yeah, the Madworks. The Madworks has little bends that act as an edge, but yeah, it's photo etched and tiny. Yeah, and thin too. So that's the drawback. Japan, Volks USA has them sharp as shit. Really interesting. I'll have to check that out. Frank Burge, yes, ordered an extra water trap as well. Thanks for all the help. New compressor is needed anyway. I'm slowly getting rid of possible issues one by one and gaining tons of experience painting spoons. Master grade spoon, nice. Hey man, you know what? That's any practice is good practice, right? Franco 358, Ami is great on tools as well. You know, I've never really ordered from Ami. I'm a big hobby search guy. I just like their whole setup. Their shipping is fast, and just the whole 9 yards. And they're usually always fairly stocked well on tools and things like that. So that's one of the things I like about them. So yeah. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Let's get back to work here, shall we? Let's get this other block placed on this thing. Let's get moving here. Okay. All right, there we go. And then place that right there. Got a good amount of glue squeeze out here, so we're gonna have to clean that up. Okay. There we go. And yeah, so that looks good. Placement looks pretty good. Oh, you can't see that. There we go. Yeah, I think placement looks pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Let's see. Vincent Lewis says that pro set chisel that Bean was talking about is great. I just picked one up at the Chattanooga IPMS Nationals. Interesting. It is the best to get rid of nubs fast. No sanding, and it makes a smooth finish. Nice. Brandon5269 says, all right, gents, baby is fed and sleeping, so time for me to sleep as well. Have a great weekend, Tim. Thanks for another great stream. Thank you for watching, buddy. Appreciate that, Brandon. Anyone got a link to those pro set chisels you're talking about? Vince Lewis says, yeah, one sec. Check out Volks USA, Volks USA, Volks USA. That's where to find them. Vincent, you're probably not going to be able to paste a URL in there, so sorry. Fiery says, yeesh, the only Gundam I can find for 1990 is literally the first high grade ever printed, the discontinued RX-782. Yeah, I'm not grabbing that anytime soon. Man, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's one of those things. Alright. Good deal. Alright, so Chargewin says, made it to my phone charger at 1% and it didn't die. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. Big Bean. Samurai Sword Chisel Link. There we go. There we go. Alright, so now what we've got to do is we've got to trim off these bottom pieces here. Now, gotta get... Damn it. I dropped a box. Here we go. We got it. Boom. But to do that, we got to be super careful. Trim off most of this with just the nippers, and then we'll go back and trim off the rest with the hobby knife. Good there. Alright, so now just got to go flush this up. good. All right, the other side. All right, so those details are in place. Now we have to bevel these appropriately. So we're going to do top and bottom bevels only. We're going to leave the sides nice and square, okay? So to do that, what I like to do first is just kind of slice the bevel in just a little bit, just to get it going. And not everybody can do that. Not everybody will like that method, but I kind of do, and it just makes things easier for me. So there we go. And let's do the next side here. Oh, you guys, I totally forgot to mention this on Monday. If you guys haven't listened to the new Cutting Mat podcast by Joel and the Boys, definitely give it a listen. Probably my favorite one so far. And good for good reason. If you guys haven't listened to it, I highly suggest it. They called me a Super Saiyan on there, you guys. A Super Saiyan. What do you say to that? That's fucking awesome. I'm like, hey, I'll take that compliment. Cheers to the boys. So there we go. Yeah. The chopping mat. Yeah, Bill. The chopping mat. Oh man. Brandon says, "Ouch! $40 for one of those chisels. I'll pass. Their nipper handles look uncomfortable though, or look comfortable though." Brandon says, "Night all." Big Bean says, "Vincent, have you have the shaping knife as well?" Vincent says, "I don't have the shaping knife. Wish I had got it, but I do have the nippers. They are great also. Nice." Fiery says, "Yeah, heck, I got a 2000 no grade Epion, and it's oof. This thing is gonna take some work or just gonna be used for parts." Yeah, I remember that kit. Oof, yeah. Julio Ponte, definitely no kits for Gunpla in 79, nor in 78. Vincent Lewis, but the nippers and chisel, I dropped $78. Oof. Vincent says, but it was worth the money. Been saving me time. Nice. Nash Hannah says, "LOL, you are Super Saiyan, right?" I don't know. I thought it was funny as shit when they brought it up, because they were gonna, you know, I was both really happy about it, but then also disappointed, because they were talking about it, and they said that's what we're gonna have as the cover of this podcast is Tim with full on blonde Super Saiyan hair, right? Like with the power and everything. I'm like, oh man. But they didn't do it. They went Seinfeld. Disappointed. I was disappointed. Anyway, it was a good time. It was a good time. Helped pass the time on that long ass drive last Thursday. So yeah, it was good. It was good to listen to. Chartwin says, "Would you say using the nippers is the same as scratch building? With time, the better you get at using them." Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, you know when to use them, when not to use them, how to use them. Yeah, you understand their properties. Yeah, absolutely. And that comes with all things. Big Bean says, cool, guess I will just have to order it and see. Then, lol, yeah, they are like God hand level tools, hidden gems. Nice. That's cool. Fiery says, haha, you're definitely a Super Saiyan, Tim. I gotta catch that episode. Dude, it's a good one to listen to. It really is. Because it talks about routines and stuff like that, and it's good. It's good. I found myself saying like, oh yeah, I do that. Oh, I do that too. Oh my god, every time, right? You know. So, yeah, it's good. It's good. Viper, nice. Says, give Tim your power, guys. Thanks. Char Twin says, yeah, you are, Tim, and at times you go Super Saiyan God. Oh man, come on, crazy. Let's see. Franco358, what the hell? No Gundam birthday for 1958. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, man. Fire says, why did that turn into an emoji? LOL, dang. Oh, yeah, I don't know, man. It's like jazz hands. Woo! Gamer Bud, when you, were you Kevin Sorbo disappointed? Insert GIF. Yeah, a little bit, right? Disappointed. More like, the dude from Fifth Element. Disappointed. Thank you, Fiery. Vincent Lewis says, yeah, they are on the God Hand level. Nice. Nice. Ruslam says, 1958, make a Rawhide Kid or Red Rider model. Holy shit, Bill. Come on, man. Damn. Ooh. Bill with the fire. Jeez. All right. So, continue to trim these down a little bit. All right. So we got the bevel started to work on here. So now we come back in with the knife and clean this up and just kind of scrape this down. Okay, that looks good. That looks good as well. All right, so now these bottom bevels are a little bit more heavy-handed. Good. All right. And last bevel. All right. There we go. So now we've got matching details. Pretty much perfectly aligned. Ooh, right about there or so, a little off, but still perfectly aligned. So there we are. Now I'm not going to chisel that that notch in here on stream. I'll do that off stream. You guys have seen me do that. I'm not going to do it again. But what I do want to do here real quick is to get some of these little other deals placed real quick. It's 11:49, so we're gonna move quick. So what we need here, now this should be 1/2 mil right here. Let's see. No, that's 1/4 mil. Okay, let's find the 1/2 millimeter by 1. This might be it. Let's see. 1/2 millimeter by 1 millimeter. Perfect. So this is the stuff that we want for these bottom lights here, and these are what these are going to be. These little deals here. These are going to be simulated lights. So these are going to be painted green, red, something contrasty to stand out. Something that is not within the color scheme, right? And you've seen me do this on pretty much all of my models. There are little lights and stuff like that, especially like on the Aussie. on the Hummingbird, on the Blue Destiny, on Airdrop. Airdrop's got them on the shoulders, the feet, on the front skirts, the little green, neon green deals, especially on the shoulders. That's what those are. Those are like simulated lights, right? Obviously they don't light up, but illusion of scale, right? Cheers. So that's what they are. So that's what essentially that we're simulating here. Now, what we got to do is we got to measure these up, see how long this is. I think this is about 2 millimeter. Yeah, roughly about 2 millimeters. So we're going to hand cut these. Ooh, that's a little jagged there on the side on that strip. We're not going to use that end. We're going to use this end because it's nice and clean. So let's see here. That looks to be about 2, maybe 3 millimeter. Let's line this guy up here and see. And it's about 3 millimeters, so we need to cut off about 1/2 mil of that. Right about there. And getting better. We just need a little trim. Now I cover it with my finger so it doesn't go flying all over the place. There we go. That's what we need. All right, so we're going to use this little guy as a measuring. Ooh, get on there, little guy. So now we have 2 roughly identical pieces here. Now, very, very simple to mount, because all we're going to do is we are going to find a little spare, just this little scrap piece of plastic, put just a little dab of super glue on there, right? We're going to pick these little guys up with our hobby knife, just like this, and just going to go boop. Just kiss it with a little bit of glue. And line it up right there. If you get glue squeeze out on the sides, not a big deal. We can clean that later. We're going to let that dry. We're going to let that glue, make sure the glue does its job and make sure that it adheres to the plastic, right? And then we'll come back, we'll trim off that excess glue squeeze out a little later. And then what we'll do is to bevel this guy and then scribe around it to make it look recessed, essentially, right? So alignment looks good horizontally. Alignment looks good vertically. Nice. So that looks good there. Now, these top teeny tiny pieces right here, these little guys right here and here, both of those, these are super small. These are 1/2 mil by 1/4 millimeter. Now, I use these over panel lines a lot to mimic hinges, right? And they're a perfect little bitty detail to utilize, right? So I'm gonna grab a little bit of this, and you can see kind of how thin this strip is. This is a great length of strip to use, guys. Buy one pack of it, and it'll last you for a while, right? And you can achieve simple little details like that going over the panel lines. Simple stuff. Alright, so this is about 2 mil here as well. So we're going to go... Am I in camera? Yeah, here we go. So just like that. Just a little bitty thing. Okay. it's a little long. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to trim this sucker down a bit. Perfect. Now we're going to use it as a mock-up for the next cut. And I'm just going to trim off a piece larger than I need, because this thing, that strip is so thin, it can just go flying everywhere and knock all of your pieces all over the place. So we're not gonna do that. We're going to line this sucker up, cut it like that, and now teeny tiny little pieces. We're good to go. All right, so same thing. We're going to grab these with a good old hobby knife. Just kiss them a little bit of glue there. And we're going to place them roughly at that this inside corner here. Good. And again, don't worry about glue squeeze out. We'll take care of that later once it cures. It's easier to clean up then on these little pieces than it is on the wet glue. Alright, so lineup is good, alignment is nice. There we go. Two fairly identical pieces at this point. There's a few things that we got to clean up. We've got to put in the little notches here on these bigger blocks. We've got to clean up these little straps and things like that here. You know, these little lights, these little straps up here. Got to clean those up from the glue, and we've got to outline scribe these. We've got to outline scribe this part here. We got to clean that up as well. But pretty much two identical pieces. We're good to go. So next time, next Monday, we will be moving on, and what we're going to starting with, we're going to be starting with this guy. Yeah, fun times. Not as many little piddly things on this one, more scribing and stuff like that. And I'm going to show you how to get these scribes lined up with that, because there's a trick to it. I'm going to show you that trick. So make sure you come back and watch Monday, because it'll be a good one. So anyway, all right. So you guys, let's just real quick catch up with the excuse me, catch up with the chat here real quick. Gamer Bud, well, I'm halfway done re-trimming my disassembled shoulder. I'm surprised how trimming little thin shavings off each part makes a difference. Dude, yeah. I mean, you're talking about 1/100 scale. Just even a little bit makes a huge difference. So, good for you. Good for you, Bud. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You recognized your mistakes. You went back and fixed it. That's good. That's a good practice. He says, granted, my first shoulder probably isn't perfectly even, but they will be both perfectly, unperfectly even. Nice. Together. So that's something. Nice. I like where your head's at, bud. I do. Charge wins are the lights randomly placed, or is it where you think they would be in real life? A bit of both. Because part of me does think about where the lights are going to be, but part of me also thinks about the aesthetics of what may be needed for the part. So yeah, it's a bit of both. It's a bit of both. I think it's probably more artistry and aesthetics more than practicality when it comes to the lights and stuff like that I do. So yeah, honest answer. Vincent says, "Hey Tim, I'm custom building a goof. Is it best to test fit metal parts before I build it, or wait till I prime it?" Definitely before you prime it. You don't want to get to a priming stage and be like, "Oh shit, I fucked up. That should have been a bigger hole or a deeper hole or whatever." Right? Why waste primer at that point? Test fit it beforehand. Make sure it's just a little bit loose, because what you'll find is that the layers of primer, the layers of paint, the layers of clear coat, all that add up, and your once very, somewhat loose metal part will now become pretty damn tight in wherever you're trying to put that, right? So keep that in mind. That's pretty damned important. So I would always do it before primer, though. Yeah, always before primer. Fiery says, personally, I always test fit first, but it depends on your situation, I guess. Yeah, I agree with Fiery. Max de Guzman, good night, boys. Looks good, Tim. Thank you, Max. Appreciate that, buddy. Ruslan Vincent, it would depend on the part, but generally you want to mock up the metal parts before any priming so you can make changes before applying paint. Yes, that's a good call. That is a good call, Bill. Let's see. Vincent says, "Okay, thanks, guys. Then I will test fit them before I prime it." Good deal. Fire says, "They're always good ones, Tim." Thank you, buddy. Julio says, "Mad lurking. LOL. Putting together this GPO2 gonna be a crazy merge with the Turn X, dude. He's gonna nub it up. Getting his nub on." Let's see. Fiery points dramatically. Nice. Good stuff. Vince Lewis. Okay. Thanks, Tim. You are welcome. All right. Good deal. So, guys, midnight, 12:02. About that time. I got to get to the gym. You guys got to get the hell out of here. So, with that being said, guys, this coming Saturday, Hobbytown in Richmond, Virginia. Come out. Even if you don't want to participate in GBWC, just come out and have fun, hang out with us. Me and Justin are going to be there. I know, I'm pretty sure Donnie, Art Inc. by DB is going to be there. Pretty sure a bunch of other people are going to be there. I know Chris Pabs is going to have a model there. Just a bunch of cool people coming together, hanging out. Nickel Models, Pointless Hero, Roku Pla, all those guys from Instagram and stuff like that. So, man, come on and hang out with us. Come to the 2 classes that we're putting on. We're putting on Simple Details. We're putting on Scale Model Photography. Come get some good pictures of your model too. We're gonna leave that stuff open for people to utilize, and we'll definitely help them out with taking good pictures and stuff like that too. So, Richmond, Virginia, this Saturday, August 17th. Come on out for that. Have fun with us. Enter GBWC if you want to. If not, just bring a model out and have fun, hang out, show it off, talk shop, and all that good stuff. So we'll be there pretty much all day. So, aside from that, guys, we'll be back here on Monday. We're gonna continue to kick this thing's ass, and I just realized we're coming to the end of construction on this thing. It's very close, very, very close. I think I did the parts count the other day, and we have the back skirts, and then we have the fuel tanks, and that's pretty much all we got to do on construction on the Zaku, guys. Yeah. And then, you know what that means. Once we get construction done on this, then we jump into the big boy. The real star. The funky shit that we're going to do on this Gelgoog. You guys have no idea of the ideas that I have planned for this Goog. Oh, it's going to be glorious. I can't wait to get started on that bad boy. It's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. So, yes. Mecha Army. What? You all get one of these. Yes. Sorvan says it means it's time to show us some of these parts and primer. Dude, I'm not really a parts and primer type of guy. I don't do the whole prime stage assembly and all that. It's just not me. It's not something I do. But I will be holding off painting the Zaku until the Gelgoog is done, because I paint all in one fell swoop. I don't dick around with, I'm going to paint this real quick now and then wait till later. Nah. I'm going to wait. I don't want to show you guys what I got in store in terms of paint. You guys are going to have to wait. You guys are going to have to enjoy the build of the Gelgoog, because it will be interesting. Let's put it that way. So, we're going to continue next week working on this Zaku, try to get this guy finished up very, I shouldn't say very quickly, but with expedience, right? So, should be fun. Should be fun. Chartwin says, are you going to do a paint video? No, man, I don't like paint videos. I hate paint videos. I don't want to see people painting. It's boring to me. I would rather sit here and interact with you guys and talk to you and be able to talk to you. If I'm doing a paint video, it means I've got the compressor going. It means I've got the exhaust fans going. It means I've got my mask on, the whole 9 yards, and it would basically be me going, you wouldn't understand a damn word I say, right? So, nah, paint videos are not a thing that I'm gonna do, not live streaming anyways. But mind you, the masking hell, as I think, Rushlam said, masking hell, the decal work, the panel lining, all that, yeah, that's going to be on stream. So, should be a lot of fun. And that's going to be a big, big project. But then, also, too, the base. Oh. And with the base, this is going to be cool. So, I haven't talked about the base a whole lot on stream. But, you guys will get to participate in making the base. And everybody that participates will get their name somewhere on the base. Yeah. More details on that later. But, yes, Mecha Army will represent on this thing. Ruslam, you know what I'm talking about. Donate spare arms. There you go. Yeah. Brothers in Arms. Brothers in Arms. That's what it is. Yeah. So, see? Bill remembers details, man. Bill remembers these details. I like that. That's good. But, again, more details on that later. More details on that way later when we get into it. But, yes. Everybody that helps out, your name's going on the base. Somewhere. Your name is going on the base. 100%. For eternity, I might add, too. It's not like just like a tacked on thing. No, I am getting like specially printed decals, and I'm gonna have all the names printed out, the whole 9 yards. So, yeah, it will be on there permanently. So that'll be fun too. So, all right, you guys. If you guys want to get a Mecha Army shirt or hat, man, go represent. www.shadamecha.com. Hit the store button up at the top. You'll find shirts, hats, bags, all sorts of other cool stuff on there. So go hit it up. Might find something that you like on there. If you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we worked with here tonight, you can check the Amazon link just below here on YouTube and Twitch. That side, if you're watching on Facebook, I get a little bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it goes to help out the stream. Aside from that, if you need kits, paints, accessories, tools, whatever, Mecha Decals, check out our good friends right down here in the corner, USA Gundam Store. Adam and the crew will definitely be able to hook you up with all that stuff. So don't forget, go get your Mecha Decals. 1/100 scale, 144 scale, both the same clarity too. They're amazing. They are absolutely amazing. I could not be happier with these things. Anyway, you guys, thank you for watching. Have an awesome weekend, and I will see you all on Monday. All right? Take care, boys.